Hi, my name is Alek Duncan, Alekduncan. I'm testifying in support of the ban on conversion therapy. One of the more challenging aspects of writing this testimony was knowing where to begin. Legally, psychologically, statistically, morally, there is a wealth of evidence on our hands so great that I do not even know where to start. And you've seen the science. Our arguments have exhausted the science, the legality, the statistics, the ethicality. Children die because of this, yet we are still here advocating for the ban of a practice deemed torturous by the International Rehab Council for Torture Victims. Why? That is the unanswerable question. So I've chosen to approach this from the only other perspective I have, which is my own. To paraphrase, guilt is sorrow for what you do, shame is sorrow for what you are. Transgender is a thing that I am, a thing that I always have been. It is one thing I love the most about myself. Being queer was not always something that I loved about myself. I am no stranger to shame, to feeling inescapable remorse for who I am. During a quite rocky time in my adolescence, shortly after I came out, I was sent to Boys Town Treatment Facility. I was 15. I was not sent there explicitly because I was trans, but it was clear from the start that that would be on the agenda as a part of the problem, and they wasted no time. As soon as I arrived, I was told that I was to live in the girls' unit, I was to go by my old name, I was to be a girl. Obviously that didn't work out very well. That and what followed marked the first point in my life where I felt a powerlessness and a terror so fierce that it shrouded my ability to foresee any way out. They began by going through my belongings, and I had to take off my clothes. First, they took my underwear because they were boxers. They took any other clothes deemed too boyish. They took my deodorant and my shampoo because they were men's. I was given girls' underwear and yoga pants. As I mentioned, I am no stranger to shame. My name, my identity, my humanity, they took everything that I was. I would just like to mention that what happened to me while traumatizing absolutely pales in comparison to what is done to people in conversion therapy. Not a single thing that happened to me at Boys Town could be construed as healing. Boys Town is a place that I've had to work tremendously hard to heal from. This brings me to my final point, healing. Healing that comes from affirmative psychotherapy and years of scientific exploration and rigor. Calling this conversion therapy is disgraceful in and of itself. I would liken it to calling waterboard torture truth therapy, except that sometimes actually works. After Boys Town, I started work with my therapist. Because of her comprehensive understanding of psychological science, as well as her extraordinary emotional gift, she was able to help me rediscover the personhood, the humanity that Boys Town had stripped from me. This ultimately would save my life. Through my emotional growth, self-acceptance, the science of the brain, and a lot of unconditional positive regard, working with my affirming therapist has allowed me the chance to live beyond shame. Working with her has allowed me the chance to live at all. All of the information necessary to inform your decision on this ordinance has been laid out for you today. I ask you to consider the lives and futures that will be ruined and lost as long as conversion therapy exists. I dedicate this testimony to the many kids whose lives and futures have already been stolen because of it. Thank you.